Good evening.
Evening. How are you doing, Jorge?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Welcome. All right, let's get started as we wait for the rest of our classmates. All right, let's work on an activity. Let's see. So, right here, I have some comic strips. Did you ever like comics?
Yeah, but I am more like for manga.
Manga.
Yeah,
Do you like to read it a lot?
not too much, but some of them doesn't have anime, so I need to. Well, I should read the manga instead.
Oh, all right. Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
And okay, so this is something kind of similar. These are stories. They are very short, okay? And we have 8 numbers. And what we're going to do right now is to choose a number and we're going to describe the story in the pictures. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. So what number do you want to start with?
Okay, I will pick the number one. I guess
Okay.
it's no tail.
Uh, all right. Very. It looks like it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. We have 4 pictures. What's the story? What happened? You can tell it in the present tense, like it's something like we already know, everybody knows, or you can also tell the story in the past con context. So you decide.
Okay, let me try.
Hmm.
Uh, well, in the first uh, slide, I don't know,
Hmm.
is you can see a turtle about to finish a room,
Hmm.
and it looked like he won. I don't know if she or he, but it's
Yeah,
looked
we.
like
Hmm.
it's like she won the round, but something weird happened, right? Because it's supposed
Uh,
other participants should also uh, be over there.
hmm.
So the bear was wondering why the rabbit is not there.
Exactly.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and it looked like the turtle
Hmm.
ninjas are capturing him
Okay.
and don't let him participate in the round.
So would you say the turtle cheated in order to win? Do you think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So the turtle won the race. Repeat with me. Won the race.
the turtle won the race.
Very good. Very good. All right. It's a funny story, I know. Good evening, Wendy. And I think we have other 2 participants. Rodrigo is here as well. All right. Welcome, everyone. We are starting our session by telling some stories. Okay. And we just talked about the first one right here. Okay. We're talking about a turtle that apparently cheated here in order to win a race. Okay, let's see. We're gonna continue with Wendy. Wendy, you have to pick a number, and the number that you choose will be the story that you're going to describe. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so what number would you like?
Let me see. Number 5, an interesting,
Okay,
interesting.
very good. All
Yeah.
right, let's see. Here we go.
Okay.
You can start describing about what you see and what the character is trying to do or what they're doing. It's up to you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Perfect. So we have a lady in the first picture, the left side,
Mhm.
and it seems that she's trapped
Mhm.
and she's trying to look for a tool from their hair,
Very
like a
good.
clip. But
Exactly.
yes, sorry, it's looking for something in their hair in the first picture.
Exactly.
Then we have a second image, and this is like yeah, she's like trying to finding something, right? It's like a zoom out to see the expression in her face.
Okay.
And then in the third image, we can see that she finally got the clip that she was trying to look
Mhm.
into her hair.
Exactly.
And yeah, and as in the middle of the pictures, she put this clip in their mouth, and with this, she will try to open the lock.
Exactly.
Yeah, the lock. And then let me see. In the 5 image to the left, it seems like a new character there.
Mhm.
It's like a kind of maybe ninja
Exactly.
trying to go to a specific place, like a tower, and he's using a cord
Mhm.
to be there. And then in the next image in the middle,
Mhm.
it's like it's trying to be careful in order to surprise this kind of maybe it's in the opposite band, so he
Okay.
will try to get there and surprise this guy that is using like a red face mask.
Mhm.
And finally, yeah, he's over the guy to throw away this like obstacle
Wonderful.
to complete his mission.
There you go. Very good. Very good words. All right. So this thing he's using in order to go down the tower is a rope. Very good. Very good. Okay, that's a rope. And you said it correctly. It's a hairpin. It's a hair clip. Sorry, a hair clip. What she was using in order to free herself. Very good job. All right. So now we have a story for you as well, Rodrigo. Which would you like to try with? We have number 1 and number 5 are taken, but we have all the others for you to choose.
Okay, maybe the number 3.
Number 3. Here we go. Let's see.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, take your time. This one has many pictures.
Okay, so
Mhm.
well, here is like well, there is a little boy that he wants to. I think that he really likes monsters,
Mhm.
and so he wrote a letter uh, to to what to buy or
Mhm.
to receive a monster or
Sure.
a size, yeah, a size. Well, yeah, a monster would be.
Okay. Yeah,
So he
exactly.
was,
Mhm.
yeah, so he was dreaming and thinking about a lot of what will be, how will be the monster
Mhm.
or how scary will be. And then what he received was just a it was not an actual monster, it was just
Oh,
like a poster of a monster.
exactly.
Yeah.
So what
So
did he do? Uh-huh.
yeah, so at the end, well, he throw it to the garbage.
Exactly. Very good. Great job. Exactly. This is the story itself. Very good. All right. So just repeat this with me one more time. Let me stop sharing my screen because I don't know why I cannot send you a message if I am sharing my screen right now. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to say, okay, so he imagined, you said, okay, imagined how the monster would be. There you go. Can you repeat it with me? He, uh-huh.
Sure. He imagined how the monster will be.
There you go. All right. Great job. Great job. We also have Tatiana. Welcome, Tatiana.
Thank you. Sorry for be late, but I had some pending work.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. No worries. We're glad you're here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we have this phrase. So when you want to, like, when you want to say, for example, thanks for or sorry for, let's see. Thanks for example, right? Or sorry for, okay. And we have this word here, you see for, and we want to mention an action after it, then we have to use the gerund form. So like when you let me know that you're not coming to class, so I usually say, thanks for letting me know, for example. So I have a gerund. And in this case, in your example, we usually say, sorry for, we're gonna say, being late. Repeat with me. Sorry for,
Sorry for
and then the
being
gerund.
late.
There you go, being late. Very good. Okay, so after the word for, if we have an action verb, we need a gerund. Very good. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's get down to business. We're gonna work on today's class information. Let's see. Let me share my screen. Okay, so to get started, we have the phrasal verb of the day or the idiom of the day. Okay, and it is the following. Let's see. I'll share it with you right away. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the idiom of the day is, today we have an idiom and a phrasal verb. Okay, so the first one is, can you help me read it? What's the idiom of the day?
Back to the drawing board.
Okay, had you heard this one before? Or is this the first time you're
It's the
hearing?
first time for me. Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. Now, the meaning of back to the drawing board is very simple. Let's see. Tatiana, help us read the meaning.
Meaning to start again after a plan or idea was not successful.
Exactly. Okay, so if what we were working on, a project, an idea, or a plan, and it did not work, we can say back to the drawing board, meaning that we need to do it all over again. Okay, so what could be an example? Here we go. Jorge, help us read how to use it.
How to use it? The client rejected our original concept, so it's back to the drawing board.
Okay, very good. So we need to do it again or to do it all over. Okay, we have another example. Rodrigo, can you help us?
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, I agree that there should be a complete rethink. We should go back to the drawing board and reconsider our options.
Okay, very good. A complete rethink, meaning that we need to think things all over again. And then you see, we should go back to the drawing board. It's like saying we should do things all over again. You see, because our idea didn't work. All right, and we have another one. Let's see, Wendy, can you help us read the last example?
Sure. If the predictions are completely wrong, then we need to go back to the drawing board.
All right, very good. So if our predictions were wrong and they didn't work, then we need to do them all over again. Okay, so now let's take a couple of minutes in order to think of an example of our own, okay? Let's try to use this idiom in a situation, in a sentence, in an example. Take a couple of minutes and let me know when you are ready to give an example. In the meantime, I'm going to get rid of this yellow ad. There we go.
Okay.
Mhm. Remember that if you have a rough idea on what you want to say, we can work together and make it work, make it complete. Also, you don't have to try to do something completely different. You could use the 3 examples here as a reference. You could change just a few details if you'd like.
I think I'm ready, teacher.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, let's see. My example is the first prototype shown to the client failed.
Mhm.
I'll need to go back to the drawing board.
Exactly, very good. This refers to you being the one who made the prototype, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Great job. Very good. Do we have any other volunteer?
Yeah, I guess I have one.
Mhm.
The function that I coded for that business rule doesn't work. I need to go back to the drawing board.
Wonderful. Can you repeat just the first part one more time, please?
Yeah, the function that I called for that business rule doesn't work.
All right, very good. There you go. Great example. Now, let's see. Do we have one more example?
The polls results are not satisfactory. We need to go back to the drawing board.
There you go. You guys are experts. You nailed it. Very good job. Very good. Okay, so this is an idiom that you can perfectly use in the working area, in your working field. Okay, so now we are going to use a phrasal verb to learn a phrasal verb that we want to use during today's class. Okay, yesterday we learned about 2. Today we're going to learn just one more. Okay, and this phrasal verb is speak up. What is the meaning of speak up if you've heard it before or if you have an idea? What do you want when you say speak up? All right, I understand this is the first time we're hearing it. That's fine. Let's see. So the meaning of speak up is, let's see. I need a volunteer to help me read the meaning.
To speak in a louder voice so people can hear you.
Exactly. So you will say speak up, most likely, when you cannot hear what the person who is explaining something to you, okay, or a caller, or when your boss is giving a presentation and you're not able to hear what he's saying, okay, so this is when we say speak up, okay. You can use this in any scenario, in the working scenario or in everyday English. Okay, so let's see. So we have some examples. Okay, volunteer to help me read the first example, how to use it.
Could you speak up, please? We can't hear at the back.
Exactly, very good. Next example, let's see. Jorge, help us read.
You have to speak up, sir. I can hear you.
There you go. Rodrigo, the last one.
Would you speak up, please?
Okay, very direct. Okay, can we have a couple examples using speak up in a sentence or in a question? Take a couple of minutes. let me know if you need help making your example.
Yeah, I can try it similar. The example that I
Okay. Mhm.
tried to build.
Sure.
Yeah. Would you mind speaking up? I barely hear you from here.
All right, very good. Any other?
Yeah, me,
Sure. Mhm.
so I'm afraid to speak up in front of an audience.
Mhm. Very good. Very good example. Very good. It's a reality. Sometimes that happens. All right. Does anyone else have another example?
I have a quick
Sure.
question.
Uh-huh.
We use speaking up.
Yeah. You see, this is a verb.
Mhm.
So this means we can use it in different tenses, in the present, in the past, in the progressive form, in the present perfect. Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking about if we'll not change, the meaning.
Exactly. Mhm.
Yeah. So I have an example. The teacher is not speaking up. So the classmate but cannot hear.
Exactly. Very good. Very good job. All right. So yeah, remember every time we see this combination when we have a verb and a preposition, there we have a phrasal verb, and even though it has two parts, it works exactly the same as a regular verb, like any other action verb, like eat, sleep, work. Okay, so we can modify the form of the verb in different tenses. Very good job, guys. Okay, we will try to use speak up in our final result in today's class. Okay, so today we are going to reinforce indirect questions. We usually use indirect questions when we want to be polite. Okay, when we don't want our questions to sound too direct. We want to use indirect questions with people who are, let's say, in our workplace. We want to use it with our coworkers, with our bosses, with anyone at the workplace because they sound polite and formal. Okay. Now you can also use it with family members and friends or people on the street. Okay. But mostly you will use them with people you want to show respect to. Okay, so here we go. Indirect questions are not direct. Let's see. So for example, we have here examples of direct questions. When we start the question with a WH question, where, when, what, how, why. Okay, if we start a question with any of these WH question words, then we're being direct. Okay, now, for example, where is Tondo Street? You see, this is direct. But if I want to sound polite, then I can change it for a phrase. Okay. And what is the phrase in the first example? Can you tell me? The phrase here is, look,
Yeah, can you tell me?
exactly. So not only do we have this phrase over here, but we can also say, do you know? Could you tell? May I? You see, we can also say, I'd like to know. You see, do you know again? We can also do it like a sentence, not a question. And we just say, I'm not sure if, all right. And once again, we have, can you tell me? Okay, so we have two situations here with indirect questions. Indirect questions, when you start them with the phrases, can you tell me? Do you know? Could you tell me? May I ask? Okay, the rest of the information goes like it's a sentence. You see, it doesn't go like it's a question. You see, in the first question we say, can you tell me? And then the rest of the information is where Tondo Street is. You see, We don't say where is Tondo Street. No, we say where Tondo Street is. It's like a sentence, you see. And because we have the verb to be here, we are going to place it at the end. Next situation. What time does the supermarket open? Do you know? Then we have our WH question word here. We don't change it, you see? What? And then it sounds like a sentence, you see? What time the supermarket opens? The action verb goes at the end, you see? The action verb goes at the end. Oh, how much do you earn? Could you tell me? WH question word. How much? It goes like a sentence. What is the structure of a sentence? We need a subject and we need a verb. How much you earn. In number 2, I'm going to ask you a question. This is number 2. What is this? What is the subject in number 2? After the WH question word. What is the subject? What are we speaking about in number 2?
We are talking about the supermarket.
Exactly, very good. So in this case, the supermarket is the subject, and then we have the action verb, which is opens. You see, opens in the third person because I'm speaking about the supermarket. Okay, then, okay, may I ask, very good, what he is doing? WH question word, and then it sounds like a sentence, subject, verb, complement. Okay, subject, he. What he is doing. The verb in the progressive form. Okay, very good. Then we have, may I know, one more time, WH question word. Okay, what, you see, one second, I'll change the color. Okay, so what, and then it sounds, the rest of the question sounds like a sentence. What your last name is. The subject in this case is your last name. Your last name. And the verb is, the verb to be. Okay, so this is in the case we have WH questions. Okay, questions that as an answer will give me specific information. I have another type of questions, you see, that are yes, no questions. Yes, no questions will give me a yes or no as an answer. I'm pretty sure you already know about this, but we are going to reinforce the topic. Okay, so real quick, when we have a yes, no question, okay, we are going to use if, or we are going to use whether. What's the difference? Well, the difference is that whether is more formal than if, okay? But they have exactly the same job. They have the same meaning. So it doesn't matter if, for example, in example number 2, I wanted to say if, and in number 1, I wanted to say whether. Nothing would change at all. So you can use if or whether. They have the same meaning. Okay, so for example, direct question is, are you living in London? And then when I transform it into my polite question, I say, what do I say? Can anybody help me read the example?
Yeah, I'd like to know if you are living in London.
Very good. So I'd like to know is my phrase. And then I don't have a WH question because my answer in the end is yes or no. So I'm going to say if. Okay, and then after if, the rest of my question goes like it's a sentence. You see, I'd like to know if you are living in London. Subject, the verb in the progressive form in this case. And we have a complement. We can also have a complement, you see. In number 2, does John like flying? Phrase, do you know? Do you know? I don't want to say if this time, I'm going to say whether. Do you know whether? And the rest of the information sounds like a sentence. John, subject, likes, verb, flying, complement, okay? So you see, we also have another possibility. I'm not sure if, you see, direct question, did she go shopping? Oh, we have a question in the past. Did she go shopping? I'm not sure if, this is my condition, if, rest of the information sounds like a sentence. If she, subject, verb, went, shopping, complement. Okay, so this is how we transform direct questions into indirect questions when we want to sound polite. Are we okay so far? Are we good?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes?
yes, very good.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so this means that we are ready for a little practice. Okay, I'm going to share my screen for the next practice. I'm going to say your name. Okay,
I'm
so
not sure if you are told.
can you repeat that? Tatiana? Can everyone hear me? Hello, hello. I got disconnected for a second. Can you guys hear?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I guess Tatiana was asking a question. I'm sorry. Can you repeat it, please?
No, I wasn't. I just mentioned that I was not able to hear you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so I was about to get disconnected when I heard you started speaking. Okay, so yeah, all right. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen right now. Okay. So I have some direct questions, okay? And I need your help transforming them. You can use any phrase. Could you tell me? Do you know? Do you remember? Okay, it's up to you. So I'm just going to give you the direct question for you to transform it. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen right now. Okay, so Jorge, here we go. Here's the first question. Let's see.
Okay. Could you tell me where do you live?
We have the information here for the direct question, okay? So it says, where do you live, right? And our job is to transform the question. You see, remember that you are always using where in the same position, okay? But the rest of our question will sound like it's a sentence, okay? So if we say, could you tell me where, okay? What would be the
Yeah, I
structure
don't
of-
need to use the do, right?
Exactly, the do.
Okay.
So you have to say, mhm.
Could you tell me where you live?
Exactly. Very good. There you go. Okay, let's continue. All right. So the next question is for Rodrigo. We have a question in the past.
Maybe, oh, it went dark for me. I don't know.
We can give it a try. We can write it together. Okay, so what phrase would you like to use?
No, I cannot see the, oh, okay, right now.
Okay.
It was black, the screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah, may I know why did you leave?
Okay, so we say, may I know why remains in the same position? And we want to eliminate the auxiliary. We want to eliminate the auxiliary, no, sorry, the auxiliary. And then the rest of the information will go like it's a sentence.
Why you leave?
Okay, we're gonna say why, you, and then we
You.
change this verb into the base form because it's like it's a sentence, right? So why, you,
Left.
exactly. One more time. Can you repeat the question, please?
May I know why you left?
There you go. Very good. Okay, very good. So we transform the verb into the base form because it sounds like a sentence, right? Now, let's see. The next one is for Tatiana. Here we go.
How often do you see each other?
Mhm. So you need to choose a phrase and then transform this direct question into an indirect question.
Could you tell me how often you see each other?
Exactly. Very good. Very good. Let's continue. All right. So the next question goes to Wendy. Okay, here we go, Wendy.
Okay, how much do you get paid? Let me see. Can you tell me how much you
Mhm.
get paid?
Yeah,
Can you tell me
perfect.
how much you get paid?
Exactly. We eliminate the auxiliary, and luckily we don't have to talk about the answer. It's very good. Okay, let's see. Let's continue. All right, Jorge, one more time. Next question goes to you.
Could you tell me where the restroom is?
Wonderful. Very good job. Okay, Rodrigo, the next one goes to you.
Who is next, sir?
So
Oh,
sorry,
oh,
I
sorry.
was on
Yeah,
mute. I
Rodrigo.
was on
Yeah,
mute. uh, do you know how much money you need?
exactly. Very good. Basically, we get rid of the auxiliary. Okay, Tatiana, the next question goes to you. Let's see.
Um, do you know where? Well, no, do you know? No, let me choose another one.
Sure.
Or probably may I know where I met
Mhm.
you?
Very good. May I know where? And then the rest of the information sounds like a sentence. We need a subject, a verb, and the complement. Where?
I met you.
You see, you have, can I meet you? So can you transform this information into a sentence? For example, we say, can I meet you? How do you transform it into a sentence? Forget about where.
Yeah.
Imagine we only have, can I meet you? Okay, transform it into a sentence.
Okay. I mean, where um where I can meet you.
Yeah, very good. One more time.
Where may I know where I can meet you?
Meet you.
Meet you, sorry.
There you go. It's okay. Very good. Very good. Okay, and the last one goes to Wendy. Here we go. Let's see.
Mhm.
This one's similar.
Yeah. Um, I will try. I was curious if I can transfer in that way. Mm, would you mind? Would you mind? Would you mind confirming what time we can meet?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Very good job. Very good job. All right. All right. Nice. Okay. So what are we going to do right now? I'm going to give you a situation. Okay. So we are 5 people, 2 students for a group and 2 students for the other one. Okay. So I'm going to give you a situation, and what you have to do is to role play a conversation. We're going to pretend we are the people in the task I'm about to give you. Okay, but this time we will have to improvise it. Now, don't worry, because I'm not putting you right on the spot. I'm gonna give you around 5 minutes to discuss with your classmate how you want this conversation to go, what direction you want it to take. Okay, so let's see. Rodrigo, help me read the instructions for student A.
Sure. You are a recruiter for a headhunting company. You'd like to recruit a student B and a senior programmer for a position at another company. Call and ask if she is satisfied with her job. Try to get her to have lunch with you to discuss your offer.
Okay, very good. I have a few questions before we move on to instructions for student B. What is a headhunting company? Any ideas? What type of company would it be?
It's a company that search for human resources for
Searching?
other company.
Ah, okay. They work like human resources. They want to get people for different jobs. Very good. Okay. Now, are we okay with instructions in letter A? Are we okay?
Yep.
Okay. So basically, what does student A have to do? What is the mission? What is the task of student A?
Convince. Convince.
Convince student B. To do what?
Accept the offer that the recruiter is offering.
And what is the offer in this case? Let's see.
Is
Look. What do they want to do?
Talk about the offer that pretend for the required people.
Okay, good. So you don't have to make student B accept the job. All you need to do is to have the student B agree to have lunch with you later so that you can explain the job and other stuff later. Are we okay? Yes? So you just have to agree on having lunch. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Okay, and then we have student B. Wendy, can you read what student B has to do?
sure. You're a senior programmer. You have been with your company for 10 years. Soon your phone will ring.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to send you this picture right now, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes, okay, to agree on what things you want to say, okay, because most likely we are going to improvise the conversations, all right? So all I need from you in this conversation is, you see, to include, okay? Okay, what do you need to do in your conversations?
Include a couple of indirect questions.
Exactly. 1 or 2, that's fine. No more than that. Are we okay? Yeah?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes to agree on what you want to do. Okay, and then we're coming back here to role play. All right, here we go. All right. Here we go.
Questions.
Yeah, correct.
Um, maybe we can try it if I am the recruiter and you are the senior programmer.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay. So yeah, we need to look for the indirect questions to use. So okay, let me try. But in that case, the indirect question, teacher, should be taken by the recruiter, right?
Exactly. Mhm.
Wow. Let
Or
me
it could
see.
also be a student B, like if he's curious about
If
something.
yeah, okay, got you. About any questions about the role, right? Or the offer.
Yeah, we can
Right.
write a little script about the conversation. And I don't know, maybe
My job. But probably may I ask what about the job? What the requirement?
Yeah, let me tell you something. Maybe could we have a lunch together, and I will explain you all the benefits and all the about the job that all the offer that we have for you. Could you tell me what time we can meet?
For sure. We can meet at 10 a.m. if you okay with that.
Perfect, sure. So I will send you by email your the detail for the meeting.
Excellent. Have a good.
Great. Offer you a great opportunity.
yeah.
Maybe, and then maybe you can ask the question, or should I proceed with the question first?
Um,
Hi, Rodrigo, I got your profile from LinkedIn. I'm interested to offer you a great opportunity. And maybe you can say, okay, and ask the indirect questions.
oh yeah. Um, yeah. Oh.
No worries.
May I know? Oh, that sounds great. May I know more about the position?
I like it. Let me see. Would you like Jesus, would you like to apply? Would you like to apply? Would you like to apply?
Well, you can ask if may I know if
Okay, we're bringing you back to the main session, ready to improvise. We're just waiting for 2 students. Okay, since Jorge and Tatiana are the first ones
Can
to,
we start?
yeah, you will have to start. But give me a second, give me a second. We're just waiting for the other two to come back. All right, they should be back in a second. Okay, here we go. All right, so Tatiana and Jorge. 3, 2, 1, action.
Good morning. This is Jorge. I work for a headcount company, and I am. May I talk with Tatiana Tejada? Tatiana, I guess you're in mute.
Yeah, I just.
Oh, sorry. I thought. Hello. Yes, I'm Tatiana.
Yeah. Hello, Tatiana. This day I have a wonderful proposal for you. I am looking for a senior programmer for a very big company. So could I ask if you are satisfied with your current job?
Yes, but may I ask what the company does?
Well, I prefer if we could have a lunch, and I will explain you all the detail about the proposal.
Sounds good.
Okay. Can I? Could you tell me what kind of food do you prefer to to pick a restaurant?
For sure, pasta is fine.
Oh, that's great. So is is good for you to have the meeting tomorrow?
Yeah, it's fine tomorrow.
Perfect. Thank you. See you tomorrow then.
Sounds good. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Great job. Very good. Very good job. All right. Now we're going to look at our second couple. Here we go. Let's see. Pair of students. Now, Wendy and Rodrigo. 3, 2, 1, action.
Okay, hello, Rodrigo. It's Wendy Villalobos here.
Oh, hi, Wendy.
How are you, Rodrigo?
Not bad.
Okay. Let me tell you that I'm working for Tecoloco El Salvador company, and I got your profile from LinkedIn, and I am interested to offer you a great opportunity.
Oh, nice. That sounds great. Could you tell me more about the position?
Yeah, sure. But firstly, I wanted to ask the next questions. Could you tell me if you are satisfied with your current job, please?
Actually, no, to be honest. I have been in the company for about 10 years and I don't feel recognition here. So your call is in a really nice time.
Ah, that's perfect. Okay, because I wanted to let you know that we are looking for a senior programmer role, and we think that your profile suits excellent for this role. So yeah, I wonder, would you like to have a lunch to discuss about the offer?
Yeah, sure. I would love that. Do you know if we can have uh, breakfast instead of lunch?
Breakfast sounds good. So, eh, can we, let me see, can we meet tomorrow lunch? Is that okay for you?
Yeah, sounds great.
Perfect. So yeah, let's meet tomorrow. Thank you, Rodrigo.
Okay, thanks for your call.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Wonderful job as well. Very good. Very good job, guys. You nailed it. Now, just a few observations before we go. This is the last thing we're doing. Okay, so I heard this day, okay, and we want to say today. Okay. When we show our preferences, we say I would rather have, or I would rather go. You see, I would rather meet. Okay, so I would rather, and then the verb in the base form. Now, what food? Okay, so in this one, I'm not sure if you said may I know or can you tell me, but we had a phrase right here. So what food? We eliminate the auxiliary. You prefer. Okay. And this was a question, you see. Now, we're just missing the subject. Okay, you see? Is it good for you to have? You see, is it good for you? Is it good for you to have a lunch or to have lunch, sorry. Is it good for you to have lunch, to have breakfast, you see? Okay, interested in, for example, I'm interested in offering, you see? I'm interested in gerund, because we have a preposition here, in offering you a new opportunity, right? And then the last one, I guess you were trying to say that you don't feel, you see, I don't feel appreciated, you see? When they don't recognize your job, I don't feel appreciated at work. Of course, we're just talking about imaginary situations, right? All right, so do you have any questions for me so far?
No, it's clear, teacher. Thank you.
I guess not. Okay.
In my case, I need to
Yeah.
practice more.
Sure, no problem. You see, this is why we are coming up with these scenarios where we can try to remember some information that I'm sure you already know. You have seen this before, but sometimes all we need is practice, and this is why we're here. All right, it's always good to see you. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow again. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.